Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Collar Crypto. We're going to take a quick look at Archangel token price and the Guardian token pre-sale that happened today, round one. And a lot of good information on Archa Cafe tonight, so let's dive right into it. First thing I want to look at is magic internet money. The total market cap of all crypto is $1,845 billion. Bitcoin dominance 42.0%. Ethereum dominance 18.5%. Ethereum gas fees right now 24 GUI, relatively low. Bitcoin price right now, today's March 20th. Actually, it's just rolled over to the 21st. It's pretty late night. Bitcoin price $40,821. It's down 2.6% on the day, and it's up 5.2% on the week. Ethereum price $2,846. It's down 2.75% on the day, and it's up 9.7% on the week. If you look at the top 10, most of them are down on the day, except for Terra Luna, and most of them are up on the week. Shiba Inu price 40226. It's down 4.78% on the day and up 3.9% on the week. If we look at Algorand token, Algorand coin price, it is 74.2 cents, and it is down 3.3% on the day, and it is up 6.73% on the week. If we take a quick look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index today, it is 30. Yesterday was 31. Both fear last week, 23. Last month, 25. Both extreme fear. Hopefully we're starting to tick back up into normal. We'll have to wait and see about that. Archangel token price is down 6.86% on the day. It's at 901522. And if we look at the chart expanded view, if we look at the chart, it dropped through the line of support. That was a downward trending line around 1635. Then it continued and dropped down the other line of upward trending support at 1541. It's under that a little bit for the last couple of hours. This is a 4-hour chart. Each bar is 4 hours. And we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll bounce back up. Maybe it'll get rejected. Not sure. It's kind of in no man's land, but I'd like to see. It's either gonna stay below it for a little while, and this line will become resistance, or it'll jump above it and it will be support. But we'll have to wait and see on that as well. Give it a couple days and see how that pans out. The wallet holder count on Ethereum went up by 2 today, and Binance Smart Chain wallet holders went up by 1. Phantom blockchain went down by 2. So the aggregate was up by 1 today. That brings us to 5,060 wallet holders total, and day change I have is down 8.3% on the day, and week change is down 0.5%. Total market cap 7.8 million. Fully diluted market cap 15.2 million. Today's volume was a little bit higher than normal, 22,665. The amount of tokens sent to the burn wallet today, 2.89 trillion, and the average 7-day average burn is 1.5 trillion. The wallet that we're tracking here that started with 1 million tokens, the daily reflections on half of that trillion today was 28.9 million tokens. Daily increase on the staking pool rewards, 106 million. That brings the total amount of reflections and rewards in this wallet to $8,263,000,000. And at today's value, that's $1.26. And right now, you can buy a Trilion Archangel tokens for $153. Nothing wrong with that. Jump into the ecosystem with a Trilion tokens for $153. So today was the round 1 pre-sale opened for Guardian token. This is on the announcement channel on Telegram for the Guardian. And this is a premier ecosystem project of Archangel. It opened at 3 p.m. East Coast time today, and at 7 p.m. today, round 1 pre-sale closed. It was going to be open up to 5 days, and it was closed in 4 hours. 100% complete. Their target on the pre-sale was 312,500, and they achieved 313,000. Man, that went fast, and I missed out. A lot of people on the Telegram channel missed out also, but that's life. Here's a quick look at some numbers on the pre-sale. 5% of the total supply of tokens, which ends up being 5 trillion tokens. Qualified wallets on the whitelist were 332. And the amount of wallets that actually got into this pre-sale were 121 wallets. Smallest donation was only 2 wallets. It was $250. Largest donation of $5,000. That was 37 wallets donated $5,000 on the pre-sale. Man, that's big time. Here's the token launch checklist. Things keep getting ticked off and turning green. The last one that was highlighted, pre-sale round 1 completed. Now they need pre-sale round 2, which starts on Friday the 25th at 3 p.m. East Coast time. And they're going to continue checking boxes till it's launched. There was only one minor issue during the pre-sale of round 1 today, and they received $300 from an Arka holder who had not registered. And the $300 in USDC has been returned to them. And here's the link on Etherscan showing that. That's pretty professional and quick. And I kind of remember, if you read through all the directions, if you donated or if you put in money into the pre-sale but you weren't on the whitelist, you weren't going to get your money back. So it was very nice of them to send their money back to them. Just switching over to the Scratch token announcement channel, because they are an external project of Archangel. They're separate from Archangel, but they're going to contribute 1% of their reflections to the Archangel staking pool as rewards, which is positive. And their token is due to launch by the end of the month. Today, so they have 9.5 days left. Pretty sure their token's launching this week. If you're interested, you might want to be on their Telegram channel and their announcement page for updates. So if we jump into the Archa Cafe, that was tonight. It's at 9 o'clock p.m. East Coast time every Sunday. It's a good place for information, and it's a good place for the community just to hang out. A lot of people on there, usually 20, 30, 40 people. Today was a good conversation, a lot of good people on there, and just checking it out. I'm going to put a couple clips on this video worth looking into. Joe had a surprise announcement. There was $1,000 it was the first transaction for the contract, just to make sure everything went through. And that $1,000 was going to be given away on the Archa Cafe tonight, and somebody won $1,000 worth of Guardian. Since tons of people missed out on round 1 of the pre-sale, there's a lot of people like, hey man, I really like to get some of that. So one of the community members won. I think it worked out to be, I don't know, 82 billion, 16 billion. I don't know what the number was, but it was worth $1,000. And the token hasn't been launched yet. Token is due to launch 2 weeks after Scratch token launches. I'd expect that at the latest at the second week of April. They also did have another giveaway today, another Trilion tokens of Archangel. And one of the community members won that. She had to be here on the Archa Cafe. It was pretty good times. So I have a couple clips of tonight's Archa Cafe. I have a whole bunch I wanted to put in here, but I'm only going to put in a few minutes. I might make some more clips for tomorrow's video, but it's definitely worth diving into. I'll put a link to the Archa Cafe in the description. It's every Sunday. It's at 9 p.m. East Coast time.
What goes understated a lot of the time is what Archangel's function is as a token, right? Not as a community. We know what the function of the community is. It's to build. But the function of the token is exposure. Exposure is the utility of the Archangel token. So as of right now, what is the token really being exposed to? Being exposed to more Arca. What happens in cycle 2?
Yeah, right.
What happens to the utility of the Archangel token in cycle 2? What happens to it in cycle 3? What happens to it in cycle 4?
Yep.
So there are we get a lot of frustration about the stagnant and sometimes downward trend of the Archangel price, and I look at that and I say, I'm going to take advantage of that at every single possible opportunity, because what that means is I get to have a bigger bag for cheap that I get to then stake and get bigger exposure to this entire ecosystem that is producing incredible high quality projects and LLCs.
Okay, I just wanted to pause it here and just talk about this chart. And this is the staking pool for Archangel tokens. So staking pool number 1 is going on right now, and there was 150 trillion Archangels sent into the pool originally. So that's going to be redistributed to everybody, and that goes along with reflections. Staking pool 2, cycle 2, which, they're each 90 days. Cycle 1 is, there's about 30 days left, and I'm not sure, maybe about a week or two after this one closes, this one will open. I'm not sure the time period between the two. But the next staking pool for Archangel tokens will be 100 trillion. These are all called Genesis contributions from projects at the beginning. Staking pool number 2, there will be 100 trillion Archangel tokens dropped into the staking pool. There will also be 250 trillion Scratch tokens from the Scratch token project dropped into the second staking pool. There will also be 500 billion Guardian tokens, and there will also, Brainstem won't be involved in this next staking pool. But if Brainstem is launched before the next staking pool opens, then the reflections will be saved up and dropped into the next staking pool rewards, or next staking pool when it opens. So the Genesis contribution for Scratch will be 1% of the total token supply of Scratch tokens, and it looks like it's split up between four different staking pools. And then the Guardian Genesis contribution is 2% of the total supply of tokens. So that's 2 trillion tokens, and it's split up between 4 staking pools. And that gives the ecosystem or the project time to build up so that the reflections, or say the volume for that, the daily volume, will increase more, so that you don't have, so the rewards will start picking up just on the reflection sent to the staking pool, if that makes sense. And then after that, cycle 3 you'll have Brainstem. Cycle 4 you're going to have, all the same ones, you're just adding on top of it. So, and then on and on and on, more projects, and you'll always be receiving Archangel reflections for all of the projects. That's what Ophi here was talking about, and it seems pretty smart, and I haven't really brought that up, so I like that point of view. Thanks, buddy.
Right now, you're seeing 4 tokens that are going in. Now, I want to remind everybody, all 4 of these tokens are going to be ERC20 tokens. Remember when at the roots of Archangel, what is the purpose of the staking pool and what is its goals? Cross-chain. We want BNB, we want Poly, we want Phantom, we want all those tokens to be able to come into that staking pool and be able to give rewards across any blockchain. Now, again, this is all we see at this time. I can see that, that moving up, other projects coming in the ecosystem. But I want to remind everybody, in case they forgot about that or got clouded of that vision of where that staking pool's headed. Keep that in the front of your head. That's going to be big when that hits.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I haven't really thought about that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Joe's in here dropping a very valid point. The ecosystem volume. Just think about that for a moment. Enough said. That's all I can say. Enough said. As this grows, it's going to be massive.
No, you're totally right. And then I don't know what other external projects are going to jump on board, but I think after 6 months of all this, the Guardian, Spider, Brainstem, Scratch, all that stuff gets launched and is running. There's going to be other people, other tokens, even tokens that are, I don't know if they could do it, that are already launched, but they're like, you know what? I like what they're doing, and I think I want to get on board
project,
with their
maybe.
community.
We got a spot for them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of them.
Got a spot for them.
That's
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, okay, yeah, the price is dropping. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be frank. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, because I know that the value of Arca is going to increase because of what we are building. The entire purpose of Arca, again, I'm going to state this just a second time just for extra clarity. The entire purpose of the Arca token is exposure to the ecosystem that Archangel has built. If you are buying the Arca token so that you can flip it, you didn't read the white paper. You're not paying attention to what you bought. You've bought something that gives you access to a staking pool that, to my knowledge, is unlike any other that has been made. If I can just piggyback on that for 1 second, then I know I've said a lot tonight. Let me just get this last bit out. I was talking to a YouTuber the other night about Archangel, and he was like, I've heard a lot about you guys, and I'm interested in it, but I was trying to get through that white paper, and it was very complicated, and I couldn't understand it. And I was like, yeah, you should have seen it before. But I asked him, I said, how many ecosystem projects are you aware of? And he said a lot. And I said, how many of them have a widespread, mutually beneficial relationship among all the tokens that are involved? And he said, none that I know of.
Yeah. I
said, no, you know of one. You know of one. How many community tokens are you aware of? And he said, thousands. And I said, how many of them have put out surveys asking the community questions and then literally created the thing that the community wanted at no cost to the community? How many do you know? And he said 0. I said, wrong. You know 1. And that's something that I don't think people like. It just, there's like cognitive dissonance in people's heads when they're thinking about that, because they're like, where's the catch? I was the same way. And I've told this story 100 times. When I first got into Archangel and I first started talking to Joe, I was like, this guy's insane. There's no way any of this stuff is going to work. You're out of your mind. I'm going to flip this and dip. And then I saw what he was doing. And I started paying attention, and I saw those surveys, and I saw how much there's so much about what Arka is doing that so many other projects say that they are doing and don't end up doing, right? So right now, us saying that we're doing it is triggering that fear in people that have believed in a project before and then been stepped on by that same project. So all we can do to prove them wrong is to prove them wrong. Yeah. And that's what we're doing.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the show. If you could give me a thumbs up, really appreciate it. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.